Well, hello everybody. This is Blank Surfaces and I'm Gary Cox. I'm the host today. I got with me a very interesting young lady. Her name is Brooke McIntyre. Brooke, what do you do?
Well, I'm a model. I'm 16 years old and I'm an aspiring actress. I want to try to get into the acting industry, but as of right now, yeah.
Well, tell me more about this modeling thing. That sounds interesting, and for somebody your age, that should be exciting. What are you doing where that's concerned?
Well, I started out, I've always loved to like take pictures, you know, with my friends and stuff. And my dad actually was like, I think you have something special. So we sent into agencies and I ended up getting contacted back. And that's kind of how it all started. I've always loved to have photo shoots and stuff. But yeah.
Well, what about getting around? You know, they say New York is the seat for this kind of thing. Have you done that? Have you been up there?
I have, actually. Well. I've gone, this year will be my second year walking in New York Fashion Week. So yeah, last year it was a learning experience, definitely. Getting to know the industry, and it's a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Like the industry is very hard. But it kind of keeps me going at the same time, you know, because like you want to prove them wrong, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, I kind of want to I feel like I have something to prove, you know.
Well, 16 years old and an attitude like that, I see you going a long way. And you said you've already been to New York, and you've dealt with people in magazines and stuff up there?
Well, this year I'm walking for a few different designers, but I'm actually helping someone. Since last year I kind of learned the industry, I'm helping a lady named Yahtzee, and I'm helping her she is a designer. Her designs are called Tux Couture, and I'm helping her kind of put her show together, you know.
It's called what?
Tux Couture.
Tux Couture. Okay. Well, Miss Brooke, you are a little versatile there, aren't you? So you plan on pursuing the model part of this, and then when you get to be a real old woman of 19 and become an actress? Is that what's on your mind?
You know, well, the industry usually doesn't start until you're about 18 because, you know, you have to have an adult around and everything until you're not really an adult until you're 18. So right now I'm kind of just trying to figure everything out, kind of get ahead of the game so that when I turn 18, I'll be able to take off running, you know?
So you say your father, how involved is he with you? Is he like your mentor or your agent or?
Honestly, so I have an agency, but my dad has gotten me so many jobs. Like, I honestly, I wouldn't really be here without my dad. He's, even when I don't want to keep going, he'd be like, come on, Brooke, like, you got this. Like, but he pretty much is my mentor, and he helps me stay safe too. Of
course, that'd be, yeah, I've got a daughter. I understand exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. And, well, that's great, you know, that you even have a relationship like that with your father, that he put all that interest into you, because, you know, he's probably got more in the family than just you. But there you go, shine, stand out. So you've told me that you're a model and that you're an aspiring actress. Is there anything else you're doing?
Well, I'm in high school, obviously. So I do play a bunch of sports. I played volleyball, I run track, I'm in a few plays. I'm going in the plays, you know, to try to get the feel for acting. Just kind of want to see how it feels, you know, try to get comfortable with it. But yeah, I actually was, what's it called? I won the coaches award for track.
Wow.
We were top, I think 5. Our men's got first place, and then our women's got second place.
Wow, you were ranked, huh? That's very impressive. So you're a model and you're ranked and you're doing real well in school and you're an athlete, and well, you're a pretty rounded young lady. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much.
And I hope that you go a long way. And I'll be paying attention too. I don't normally care at my age about anybody walking any runways, but you know, I know Brooke McIntyre, so I'm gonna start watching for you, and I hope you go a long way.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for being here with us.
Of course.
Hi, I'm Morgan Odum, and I drive the number 17 Junior Mini Cup for Odum's Motorsports. Blank Surfaces is now on in Jacksonville, Morehead City, and all surrounding areas in eastern North Carolina. You can watch it on channel 18 and 1310 Thursday nights at 6 o'clock.
Hi, my name's Alyssa Bell, Miss North Carolina Queen of Hope, a proud supporter of St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
Well, welcome back to Blank Surfaces. You're here with Gary Cox and Brooke McIntyre. This young lady is one of the most interesting ladies I've ever met at 16 years old. I'm left to understand you've been in movies and stuff like that already? Tell me about that.
Yes, I have. Well, I was in the movie called Let Go, Let God by Nakia Hamilton. Okay. Pretty much, he reached out to me, and I never acted before. It was like so brand new. I was like, they want me to be in a movie, and I've never even acted before. But as soon as I walked in to like try out, there was kind of just like a connection. Like he's like, she's perfect for this role.
The person that brought you in is who?
Nakia Hamilton.
Nakia Hamilton?
He's a producer in Wilmington.
Oh, here in Wilmington. Yes, there's a lot of movies done here in Wilmington, isn't there? Now you're a model, you want to be an actress, you've already been in a movie. Have you done anything else, like maybe television commercials or?
Yes, I have. I have done a few commercials for, like, just say someone was like selling jewelry or something, kind of like those little commercials that pop in between like shows, TV shows and stuff. That's also like, I'm just trying to get like comfortable in front of the camera, you know. And I love doing commercials. I think that's probably like, in acting, like the acting industry, I'd say commercials is probably one of my favorite things to do. I feel like it comes like the most natural to me, so.
Yeah, well, you're getting into the modeling and the acting, the commercials should come along pretty easy, wouldn't you think? So how many have you done? Do you know that number?
Quite a few. Definitely 10, 15. I mean, I'd say it's a pretty good start.
I would think so. Anybody of interest there, they're helping you along with that? No? There is. I just can't think of them on the spot, but there definitely is. Like, I have so much support. It's crazy. I don't mean to be asking all these questions, but I find you very interesting. You're a 16-year-old girl, and it looks like you've got the next 30 years of your life planned. Do you know your dad is going to have to be watching you for the next 30 years?
Oh yeah.
Well, is that all right with you?
He keeps me in line, you know.
Well, if you've done all this stuff, what about famous people? Tell me somebody famous you've met.
Well, last time I was in New York, I met Dapper Dan. He's a designer for Gucci. Yeah. And he invited me to his house, and I kind of got to see the inside works of how he makes clothes for different people. I got to try on Alicia Keys' outfit. She was gonna wear it for some show. But
there's some name dropping. Keep it up, girl.
Yeah. But I got to meet the whole family, and they were the most down-to-earth, sweet people
Really?
ever.
Yeah, you'd be surprised sometimes with people.
You would think that they'd be all
So you've been to Dapper Dan's house and modeled Alicia Keys' clothes. Boy, oh boy, I might have to ask you for an autograph after we're done with this. Well, that's very pleasing to hear. Wow. Anybody else?
Not quite. But I'm getting there.
Well, you're 16. I mean, from what you've told me, that's a pretty good jump. If you'd have told me that you knew 2 or 3 more people, I'd been wondering what's wrong with me. But yeah, that's an interesting story about you going to New York and doing that, and then ending up over at Dapper Dan's house, and that you've been in commercials, and you want to be an actress. Boy, do you have time for a boyfriend at all during all this? Plus, you tell me that you're an athlete at school. How's your grades there?
I'm actually doing pretty good. My school is very supportive of what I'm doing. They follow me. They follow my Instagram and anything. If you want to follow, it's Brooke McIntyre NC. That's my Twitter, email, Instagram. Everything is the same.
Say it again for me.
Brooke McIntyre NC.
Okay.
But they kind of follow me. They love what I'm doing, so they're great support, and I get all the work that I need, and it's all kind of just laying into place,
Yeah, another question, is 24 hours in a day enough for you? Is there any?
No. But I'm going 24/7. But that's the thing I feel like about me is like I have to have something to keep me going, because if I don't, like if I don't have anything to work towards, I get kind of stuck. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, I need to be doing something with my life,
Otherwise motivated. Good for you. Good for you.
Definitely.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm still very interested in the model thing. Acting is cool. You said that you was in, what was the movie's name was?
Let Go, Let God.
Let Go, Let God. Well, okay. Well,
I can tell you a little bit about that if you want.
can you give me about 30 seconds worth on that?
All right.
Heck with the commercial.
Basically, after I got into the movie, it's about, I played the role of Jane. She was one of the daughters. She was kind of bad, didn't really care about anything. And there was a husband and wife. There were two families, and one of them lost their son, and one of them lost their lost their wife. And they ended up meeting each other, and I almost like hit a kid. A lot happens in the movie, but it's a really great movie.
That's interesting.
You should definitely check it out.
Well, for me to check it out, okay, that's cool. I think that's very interesting. Well, I'm glad that you came here and had this talk with me today on Blank Surfaces.
Me too.
And, well, come back. See us again.
I will.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carmen Odum, and I drive the number 17X Junior Mini Cup for Odum's Motorsports. Blank Surfaces is now on TV on channel 18 and 1310 at 6 p.m. on Thursday nights in Jacksonville, Morehead City, and surrounding areas in eastern North Carolina.
Well, Brooke, tell me about this modeling thing. New York?
Well, I've modeled, I've done runway in New York. I've walked for many amazing designers. I've walked for Michael Lombard, Tux Couture, Colors Dresses. But if I could go to Paris or Tokyo or Milan, definitely Milan.
Milan, yeah.
That's a dream.
That's a big
to
deal
walk
there. Yeah. Well, let's see, other than runways, models do magazines. Have you ever been on the covers of any magazines yet?
I've been on the cover of Wilmington magazine.
Wow.
And Charlotte Living magazine.
Okay.
But
What's your?
I wouldn't be mad if I got on the cover of Vogue.
Oh, Vogue.
Or had an editorial in there. So that's definitely what I'm going. I want to get to the big boys,
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. What goals you have for a young lady? How can we, watch about you? Where can we look online and find you?
Well, my website is BrookeMcIntyreNC.com. And all my social media is the same, Brooke McIntyre NC.
All right, we're talking about Brooke McIntyre NC. I mean, it's .com, it's on the Twitter, it's her email. Watch this young lady.
Here's a recap on our weekend in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina. We went up to Charlotte on Friday. We decided that we were going to go to a special event for one of our sponsors, Sparrow Ranch on the island. at this event, they had a preacher and a singer. The preacher was Jacob Berry, who is a special needs person and is fed through a tube daily. And we had a singer, Marlena, who is blind since birth, so she is God-taught piano player and sings so amazingly. That event was on Saturday. Also on Saturday, they were supposed to race at Bobby Watson's Carteret County Speedway. They ended up getting rained out, so on Sunday, they were racing. We decided we were going to go racing Sunday afternoon at Bobby Watson's Carteret County Speedway. We had no idea that we were going to go racing, but we decided it would be a surprise for all of our fans to know that we were going to go out there and race with everybody. So on Sunday morning, we left about 6:30 from Charlotte, North Carolina, to head home to get everything ready to go to Swansboro, North Carolina, to race at Bobby Watson's Carteret County Speedway. And with that happening, at 2 p.m., or actually it was more like 2:30 since all of the pre-race ceremonies, we went green flag racing, and with a very difficult race for me, I came in second place. And I got first place. The cars, we didn't change anything from when we went to Southern National to whenever we went to Carteret County Speedway. Now, I was extremely fast, and I did say we didn't change anything, but my dad did change my gear because he was going to try something different for me. And it made a huge difference, and you know, that was something that made me be able to win the race. Carmen, she didn't get to change her gear. They were going to try to, but they weren't able to. Now, Carmen, how was that for you? Were you slower than me? Was I slower than you? I didn't run the race, so yeah. But during the race, my body came undone. We fastened the car bodies down so they don't fly off. But mine came undone going through fours sometime, I'm guessing. From hitting the bumps, it just loosened it. But with that happening, my car body was rubbing on my tires, which just a little bit of drag will slow you down a ton. So I hardly could stay up there with Morgan, but I was catching her through the corners. So, but on my bumper the entire race, I had Scotty Benford on my bumper, which he was a little scared to pass me on the outside, so he was going to try and pass me underneath, but I turned the car down. Not enough, but just enough where he couldn't get around me on the inside, so very thankful that I blocked him just enough where he could not go underneath me or above me or around me. So, very exciting race. I mean, I had Dad yelling at me on the spotter, from the spotter tower, so something new. He don't usually yell at me because I usually listen, but I wasn't listening because I didn't know how low he wanted me to go.
Play with me outside.
Now show us some poses and then you can go outside.
No, I just want them to play with me, and we can.
That was quick.
What's a couple more poses?
Hey.
What's your winning pose? How many pageants have you won, Peyton? How many pageants have you won? That's good. All right, thank you, Peyton. All right, Taylor, if you just sit over there, and then we're going to decide about one or two girls, and then I'm going to
Hey, come on, Sassy.
Can I go outside?
just do a run through.
Can I go outside, Mom?
Do you,
Okay. Well, you need to decide what's going to work best.
I mean, when it's on video.
If you want three of them up there to adjust the sound to answer the questions like that, or if you want them to be individualized.
Now you're rolling, right? I'm also rolling.
come over here and get a word with our third place finisher. First time on the podium here at Carteret County Speedway for Abby Jolly. A career best finish, all smiles after this one. I know you are very happy right at the moment.
Yeah, it's been a really tough season, but now it's starting to feel like it's kind of like breaking through. I can finally get over that frustrated patch.
And it's been a busy week for you as well, not just with the race and coming home third, but going college softball playing as well.
Yes, sir. I committed to play at Fayetteville Tech, so I'll be starting there August 19th.
And a third place finish now with this part out, getting on the podium, which was one of the goals. What's it going to take to run down Steve Sullivan and Andrew Jackson now?
Definitely a lot more work on this car. I've got to get done, but I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season and next season too. So.
Abby Jolly coming home third place. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, my name's Abby Jolly. I'm the driver of the number 11 U car, and I love racing here. Bobby Watson's Carteret County Speedway, and I wish he could be here with us, but I know he is in spirit, so I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season. To learn more about Odum's Motorsports and Carmen Odum and Morgan Odum, look up Odum's Motorsports on Facebook and Instagram. If you would like to be a part of Across the Canvas Productions, you can go to acrossthecanvas.com. If you would like to be a part of Pleasure Island Conversations or Blank Surfaces, please go to acrossthecanvas.com. If you would like to see clips and full episodes of Blank Surfaces and Pleasure Island Conversations, you can go to Across the Canvas on YouTube.com. And if you'd like to learn more about Across the Canvas and Blank Surfaces and Pleasure Island Conversations, you can go to Across the Canvas on Facebook. Across the Canvas Productions is proud to be partnering with Bobby Watson's Carteret County Speedway. Here's Bob Lowery to tell you more.
Hey, hello folks, my name is Bob Lowery. You're welcome to Bobby Watson's Carteret County Speedway. We are proud to have you here today as we tell you a little bit about the finest short track in the country right here in Cape Carteret, Pelletier, North Carolina, right here on the Crystal Coast. We invite you to come down, be a part of a family-friendly, one of the nicest racetracks all the way around. From the infield, we have a restaurant, a grill called Moonshiners, a lot of history, a lot of memorabilia in there. All the way around this track is filled with memories, and it's because of my friend Bobby Watson and the dream that he had some 22 years ago to start this track, to build it to be one of the finest in the country, and we have achieved what he wanted to do. And now, Bobby passed away. He left us last year in October. And now I've inherited this track. I've inherited the right to keep his dream alive is what I've inherited. And I'll tell you what, I've got a lot of friends that has helped me along the way, a lot of great sponsors, Across the Canvas Productions. You know, they have been a big part of this. And Mr. Lance there, of course, some of the marketing, some of the interviews, and some of the folks that he's helped nurture their careers, their, bring them right along almost from the very beginnings, from go-karts right on up to the late models. And he is very instrumental in a lot of marketing and getting the word out about Bobby Watson's Carteret County Speedway. Bobby Watson's Speedway actually started as a go-kart track. Years ago, way back when, it was World Karting Association. It was one of the nicest go-kart tracks there was. Through the years, Bobby tore that down and got this dream of building a late model regular racetrack that was racer friendly and family friendly. Give the young kids something to do, something positive, to keep them focused, and it's done right here at this speedway. So no matter where you're at in the country, we invite you to come down. We have some of the biggest races this year coming up in the 2019 racing season, such as the Asphalt Legends Nationals will be held here. That'll bring over 200 of the legend cars. Some of the finest drivers in the country will be here on the week of October the 19th. So we invite you to come to that. You know, throughout the year, we host a cars tour. We've hosted the mini stock nationals. The finals, they're here also in November. So the season goes throughout the year. Also, we have concerts, which is an entertainment complex. We also hosted the National Day of Prayer. Here at Carteret County Speedway, we believe in God, country, and racing in that order. And we start with the national anthem. And our motto around here for the national anthem is this right here: if you don't stand for the national anthem, you're welcome to leave. We support our country. We support our military. We're surrounded by Camp Lejeune, also Cherry Point, North Carolina. So we appreciate the folks out there watching that have served their country. We invite y'all to come out here. We'll have a military appreciation. We already have one. We'll have one before the end of the year, again, to recognize our military, also first responders, charities. Along the way, you know, years ago and for the past 17 years, I've run a place called Second Blessings Community Outreach and More right here in Morehead City. And that all stemmed from me and Bobby becoming friends some 30-some years ago, and Bobby seeing that Second Blessings Community Outreach ministry grow. And so Bobby, in turn, supported that as I supported this racetrack. And so there you have where that friendship and that kinship started from. And now it's my obligation and my pleasure and honor to keep his dream alive, to give families something to do, to keep families together, and do the best that we can in recognizing our country and the service that our military men and women have given us, so we can have the right to come here and be all that we can be out here at this field.